My name's Stephen Bear, a.k.a. The Bear from X on the Beach. Roar! So, for X on the Beach, I was most famous for kissing the birds, all the birds. I'm quite laid back and chilled. I get anyone I want.
Stephen Bear was British reality TV's golden villain. He lied, picked fights, cheated on girlfriends, and constantly pushed people to their breaking points. But no matter what he did on the big screen, he always got rewarded for it. One of the clearest moments came during Celebrity Big Brother. While on the show, Bear openly cheated on his girlfriend back home. Producers brought her into the house where she confronted him.
I'm living at home and having to watch everything that's going on, and I'm watching a person that isn't the person that was my boyfriend. The embarrassment and the humiliation I've had. It's so hard that you could do that to me and my family. It's all one big game to you, but it's a joke at my expense.
Instead of ruining his career, this event made him even more popular. His fans enjoyed the bad boy narrative. Stephen's massive ego was also just as profitable. Seeing other contestants as inferior to him automatically granted him more airtime. The more he clashed with other contestants, the more attention he received.
Other people keep getting in front of me, and I know in my heart I'm better than these people.
You see, for nearly a decade on screen, Stephen Bear's formula worked. Producers kept calling him back because he was chaos, and chaos paid off big time, until he filmed fellow reality TV star Georgia Harrison having sex with him and sold the footage online without her consent. Stephen, being Stephen, showed no remorse for his despicable actions.
Action. Are you kidding me?
Karma eventually caught up with him. He was arrested, tried and sentenced to prison. However, 21 months later, Stephen got out from prison, moved to Brazil, and proceeded to muddy his reputation even further by marrying an 18-year-old.
I'm in Brazil. It's my 18-year-old Latina girlfriend. Say hello, baby. Hello.
And if you thought that was bad enough, the disgraced reality TV star is now making conspiracy videos claiming powerful elites are silencing him, and he's got a baby on the way with his 18-year-old wife. This couldn't get any worse, right? Wrong. Stephen Bear's story is far crazier than you could have imagined, and I got all the details in this video. Let's get into it, starting from the revenge saga.
Two-faced scumbag. I would not trust a word that man says, because if he can do that, he can barefaced lie to everyone in this house. Bear, do you not want to come out and face your issue?
Before we get into what Stephen Bear did, we need to talk about who Georgia Harrison is. Georgia Harrison was a fully established public figure in her own right. Born in December 1994 in Redbridge, East London, she had built a career across multiple reality formats. Included Towie, Love Island Series 3 and Celebrity X on the Beach. She had her own fan base and her own career trajectory well before Bear ever entered the picture.
Me and Georgia, me and you were really getting on, and I've been really getting on. So what I did was, I gave you a necklace to show my appreciation to you, because I really like you, but you got to think, I really like them. I really like you. We had kids.
The two of them met on MTV's The Challenge, World Worlds in 2018, a global competitive reality format that had drawn both of them to the same set. They hit it off quickly. By November 2018, they were officially dating. A month later, they split. The on-again, off-again pattern went on to define their relationship for the next 2 years. Fans who were watching the show at the time had very mixed feelings about the pairing. Some were rooting for them. Come on, Bear, don't play like this. Whatever it is you're dealing with, you'll get through it. Look at the comments. You've got a lot of friends and fans out there who love and support you, me being one of them. Most, however, could already see the dynamic clearly. Georgia defending a man who was publicly disrespecting her week after week inside the house wasn't a good sign. The Challenge 33 shaking my head. I don't know what Georgia sees in Bear. He's damn obnoxious. They even compared Bear and Georgia to Ron and Sammy from Jersey Shore, the notoriously toxic couple whose drama sat at the centre of multiple seasons. Whoa, Bear and Georgia. Ron and Sammy of The Challenge with British accents. The Challenge MTV. War of the Worlds, The Challenge 33. Here goes bananas politicking. Will it work for him? Fans could see Bear using and manipulating Georgia throughout the show with very little remorse about it. Bear was even captured, on camera in his own confessionals, exactly how he felt about the whole arrangement.
Why can't I have both? A little cuddle from Georgia, a little kiss from Nanny. I want loads of girlfriends. Leave me alone.
That's not exactly the kind of statement a man pouring his heart into one relationship should be uttering. Nevertheless, the two stayed in each other's lives after the challenge wrapped up. They tried again on a trip to Thailand in 2019, but it didn't go so well. August 2020 the beginning of the end for Stephen Bear. At the time, Bear still saw himself as untouchable. Despite all the controversies stacked up against him, he always seemed to come out on the other side and even found ways to monetize his scandals. This time, however, was going to be different. Their relationship had no official label, and Bear made sure it would never need one again. That summer, Georgia visited Bear at his house in Loughton, Essex. They had drinks and moved to his garden to play cards. One thing led to another, and they had consensual right there in the garden. However, Georgia had zero idea that Bear had CCTV cameras installed that covered that exact area of the garden. The moment she left, Bear extracted intimate footage of Georgia Harrison that she had never agreed to record, packaged it, and sold it. He even ran a 50% off promotion on it. Bear uploaded the footage to his OnlyFans account and advertised it as a discount to drive in new subscribers. Once the traffic came in, he raised the price to maximise every pound he had missed out on from the discount. He also shared it around via WhatsApp, and as Georgia would later make abundantly clear, not with close friends, but with guys he only knew passively. A stupid liar, I'm not taking it down. I would never send that anywhere. I've spoken to multiple boys you've showed, and I've got people that have it who have sent me screenshots. I'm getting you nicked. By the time the jury tallied it all up, they found out he had made almost £40,000 in the weeks following the upload of the footage. Georgia found out about this the way most victims of these crimes usually do, when it was already circulating. According to reports, she was in Dubai during the pandemic lockdown when she first realised what had happened. She took to her Instagram stories to ask her fans and followers if they knew about the punishment for revenge porn, and if they believed it was worse if it was filmed without consent. So guys, we all know revenge porn gets a minimum of 3 years, right? Do you think the sentence is worse when someone secretly films it like an absolute nonsense without someone's consent? But the physical and emotional impact was what most people do not talk about. Georgia later revealed she was rushed to hospital in the aftermath. She said the stress caused a cyst infection that burst. This led to multiple organ infection and septic shock. Meanwhile, Bear was in Dubai having the time of his life. With the news spreading faster than a wildfire, Georgia went online and posted a video of herself in tears, trying to process what had just happened to her.
What am I gonna do, girls? I can't carry this on. I'm sorry to send you a message.
The reality TV star also called out OnlyFans, asking if they usually allowed unconsented recordings to be uploaded. OnlyFans do not have anything preventing the use of unconsented recordings on your platform. Surely there should be something in place to stop perverts monetizing on videos they've took of women and putting them on the internet. Whether they are aware of the footage or not, they should have to give permission for it to be used, surely. Now, if you thought Bear was going to take responsibility and apologize for his actions, you thought wrong. Because while others, especially Georgia, were feeling the gravity of what had been done, he saw a content monetization opportunity. He reposted her crying video directly to his OnlyFans as bonus material. The reality TV star wasn't just profiting from the original footage, he decided to take it a step further by monetizing her reaction to it. And then, to leave zero room for interpretation about where he stood, he filmed himself mocking her reaction with the exact same framing and posted that too.
Action. Are you kidding me?
At that moment, Georgia was done being the weak, teary girl. She posted a video that became one of the most widely watched victim statements in British internet history.
Just seen your story. I hope you're enjoying that beer and having a really good time and a nice laugh. Because I tell you what, you're not going to be able to drink beer for a long time because you are going to go to jail for what you've done. I have protected you for so long. Been so nice to you, you'd have been better off ringing me up, apologising and begging for forgiveness. Not only because you know I'm weak, and you know I didn't want to have to do this and I would have took that down. Not only have you shown three people on your phone, boys that you're not even that close with, but I've got screenshots of where you posted it. I've got 3 screenshots of where you've used a video of me on a camera that I didn't know was there to make money on your cheap OnlyFans website. Like, this is the last time you violate a woman this way, so enjoy that bit.
Not long after, public opinion began shifting. More people were taking Georgia's side and questioning Bear's actions. Stephen Bear living his best life in Dubai, whilst Georgia Harrison has found out through social media that he's not only made a tape without consent, he's also uploaded it to OnlyFans is just another reason he needs to be written off. He's vile. The pressure was starting to build. And what was Bear's answer to the growing backlash? He took the mental health excuse route.
I can't do this anymore.
Fuck. Oh, I'm just trying to say sorry to anyone that's ever loved me, but I can't do it anymore. I just want to make people happy, and it's never good enough. For years, the teachers, they just kept on throwing me out of class. And all I want to do is just make people happy. Every time I talk about my problems, people think I'm joking.
With headlines piling up and the internet turning on him, Bear suddenly became very publicly distressed, which I found convenient, given that days earlier he had been outed by the media in Dubai looking like a man without a single concern on the planet. And then he posted something that permanently settled the question of whether any of the mental health content was genuine. He described staging a fake suicide attempt for public sympathy, said he had thought about it but decided against it.
I was so tempted to do the ultimate narcissist move and make everyone feel sorry for me. All I've had to do, get a bit of rope, sling it round my neck, throw it off a ledge, yeah? Get one of my mates to save me, because I could easily set that up. And all you people, you'd have been like, then you will backtrack, and you delete all your comments, and all your news articles will all disappear.
Yes, he posted all this online for people to see. British TV's bad boy thought he could get away with his disgusting actions, but eventually came face to face with the consequences of his actions.
But I also told him that it would ruin his life, you know. He was still working in television at the time. He had a nice house, good family behind him. It made no sense to me that he would do something like this. I think a custodial sentence was the only sort of punishment that would make someone like Stephen Bear change their ways. I think he completely lost touch with reality, and he thought he could do what he wanted, when he wanted, treat people how he wanted, and that public and society would still love him and still be behind him. And if he had got away with this, he only would have gone on to do something worse.
Bear was formally charged in May 2021. He was charged with voyeurism for secretly recording footage. He also faced 2 counts of disclosing private images with intent to cause distress. One charge relating to the video being shared on OnlyFans, while the other was for sharing it on WhatsApp. In addition, Bear was also charged for harassment. The charges came under legislation that Parliament had specifically strengthened to prosecute exactly this type of conduct. The trial ran at Chelmsford Crown Court across late 2022. Prosecution had the CCTV footage and the OnlyFans financial records documenting the 50% promotional discount and his earnings. They also had WhatsApp message logs and from Georgia Harrison's testimony. Meanwhile, Bear's defence team had 3 entirely separate positions across the course of proceedings and worked their way through it. First, he claimed the woman in the video wasn't Harrison. Around the time the video was being reported to the police and being taken off OnlyFans, Bear shared a video on Instagram that suggested the woman in the video was not Ms. Harrison. Later, he changed his statement and said it was Harrison, but she had fully consented to the recording and had even asked for a copy of the footage herself. Later, when questioned by detectives, Bear accused the victim of knowing about the video and sharing it with her friends before offering no comment. In a screen recording posted by Georgia herself, Bear could be heard saying he had no idea the video even existed in the first place.
My DMs are flooded with everyone going, apparently I've filmed you and sent it. So then I've gone on your story and you've actually written some essays on essays, like painting me out as someone I'm not. Like, it's not fair, you shouldn't be doing that, especially when I haven't sent anything and I never would. But what do you mean, what have I done? What the have I apparently done? I've done nothing. It's like you're just attention seeking.
Then came perhaps the most extraordinary explanation of all. Bear claimed his Instagram, Twitter and emails had been hacked, but offered no comment when asked if that included his OnlyFans. He also answered no comment when asked whether he had edited and uploaded the video to OnlyFans. He implied his OnlyFans account had supposedly been hacked by the same individual. The person somehow selected the exact footage in question, uploaded it, and even raised the subscription fee along the way, conveniently maximising the profits. What a very community-spirited hacker, I'd say. On December 13th, 2022, the jury returned their verdict and Bear attended the hearing with his former fiancée, Jessica Smith. He was found guilty on all counts, the voyeurism and disclosure counts included. While Bear had been constructing his 3-position defence, Georgia Harrison had been building something of her own. She waived her legal right to anonymity as a victim of a offence.
I just want to say that I'm happy and relieved that this matter is finally over. Today's sentence is a vindication of what I've been put through and sends a clear message that the police and the courts take this matter very seriously. I want to let all other victims of this crime know that I stand in solidarity with them and I have absolutely no regrets on waiving my anonymity. I hope that this puts anyone off committing this sort of crime, and I hope for anyone else who's been victim of it, it gives them some sort of justice. Thank you so much for all of your support, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Simply put, her face and name were now attached to the case. She even appeared in interviews to talk about it.
For me, I felt my right to anonymity was taken away almost immediately because so many people were aware of the video, and I had just suffered in silence with the fear of it surfacing for so long that when it finally did...
Then came the sentencing day in March 2023. Bear, being the attention seeker and reality TV extraordinaire that he is, made sure to give a performance. He rolled up to Chelmsford Crown Court in a rented Rolls Royce and stepped out wearing a fur coat, accessorised with a cane. To further sell the act of unbothered, he posed for selfies with fans on the court steps and even gave mini interviews. When asked directly whether he had any apology for what he had done,
I'd like a fair interview if anyone bothers to hear my side of the story, my turn of events. And we've all heard one side of the person's events. It'd be nice to hear my side and everything that I've got to say. As you know, in this country, it should be innocent until proven guilty.
You have been proven guilty.
Have you heard of the law adverse media? Do you know what that means?
The jury heard your side of the story, Steve.
Maybe. Oh, the jury. Oh, should we talk of contempt of court? Do you know about that? Do you know one of the jury members was lying to the judge in court? No, you don't know that. And I've got all the evidence. Hopefully the police can talk to me and I can show them.
then, as if this wasn't enough, he proceeded to sing in front of the court.
Lady in red is talking to me.
Do you feel no remorse at all?
Cheek to cheek. And I don't know that I'm by my side. Oh, yeah.
This was all before the judge sentenced him to 21 months in prison. He was also sentenced to 10 years on the sex offenders register and a 5-year restraining order preventing any contact with Georgia Harrison. After the sentence was read out, Bear reportedly waved at the court and said, "Have a good evening, enjoy the weekend," before being taken to the cells. Meanwhile, Georgia Harrison walked out with her head high and gave a statement.
Allow me to put the pain I've suffered in the past and start embracing my future. Bear's behaviour was completely unacceptable, and those who choose to commit such a crime should and will be prosecuted.
Yet, the repercussions for Bear still weren't over. In July 2023, a civil case concluded with the former TV personality ordered to pay Harrison £207,900 in damages. Stephen Bear ordered to pay £207,900 in damages to Georgia Harrison. The judge, Master Victoria McLeod, called his conduct a gross act of violation in her ruling. Add the civil judgment to the confiscation order to the legal costs and compare it to the money he earned from uploading the footage, it began to look like the most expensive decision he ever made. Stephen Bear forced to pay back thousands illegally earned from tape. The court heard Bear had sold his house from prison for well under market value. In all this, Bear went to prison with little to nothing to his name, but his fiancée Jessica Smith kept riding hard for him. Smith had become engaged to Bear shortly before his sentencing and wasted no time making her loyalty public. She filmed herself getting ready and sitting in the prison waiting room. After the visit, Smith claimed she wasn't going to see him for another 2 weeks. She was also sharing his handwritten letters from prison on her Instagram, telling followers the notes kept her going when she was feeling low and that she read them over and over to feel closer to him. Furthermore, Smith tweeted in Bear's defense, claiming the trial wasn't fair. She followed the post up with another one showing a picture of herself and him. "Through thick and thin, my love, I'll see you soon." This ticked off a major issue with Georgia Harrison, who saw the post and responded publicly. He's had 2.5 years to tell his story. He was questioned for hours by the police, a judge and barristers, during which he was given a platform in Crown Court to explain himself. There is only one side of the story, and that side was proven in court. Open your eyes. Prior to this, fans managed to dig out deleted tweets of Smith supporting Georgia when the whole controversy started up. Georgia had initially tweeted, "So stressed and hurt by everything that's been shown to me today." Then Smith responded, "Sue his dirty ass. Honestly, trash, I can't deal clout, would rather cut my tits off." Deciding to put the whole issue behind her, Georgia Harrison went to Buckingham Palace and was awarded an MBE in the 2024 honours list. She became the very first Love Island veteran to receive the award. On the other hand, Bear had different plans. He split up with Smith, and instead of supposedly starting over, he appeared more interested in courting controversy than keeping his head down. What many people don't know is that long before the arrest and everything that followed, Bear's personality has always been problematic, especially as a reality TV star.
I look at life a lot differently. I believe in aliens. I believe the world is flat. Now they say, oh, he's mad, but it is flat. That's what I believe. I'm fun, I'm courageous, and I speak my mind. I let no one mug me off. People talk a good game, but I'm a talker and a walker.
From the moment he stepped on screen, Bear was a man who pushed every boundary until someone checked him. And to understand why he usually believed nobody would object to his shenanigans, I have to take you back to 2011, because the version of Bear that showed up in 2020 was not new. That was just the same man who had been rewarded for his negative actions 9 years in a row. For those who don't know, Bear, full name Stephen Harry Bear, was born on January 15th, 1990 in Walthamstow, East London. He was the youngest of 4 kids and drifted through roofing jobs and labouring. By his own account, he was not exactly academic. To put it lightly, he wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. He was more like the loose screw rattling around at the bottom.
I wasn't the cleverest, not gonna lie. Did I get 5 A to C's? Don't think I did.
He delivered it like a joke every time. That was always the move. He framed himself as a lovable idiot, so that each time he did something terrible, people framed it as immaturity rather than calculated intent. Bear got his first TV break in 2011 on Shipwrecked, The Island, a Channel 4 survival and social competition that placed young contestants on a tropical island.
Hello? Ahoy there, Captain. Full steam ahead, for Shipwrecked is back. 1 island, 10 castaways, where first impressions count.
I have to be a bit respectful as I've just met these people.
I'm judging too quickly, I know.
He's here to party. Look at my uniform.
I can get a vodka tan here and I.
Big romance.
That one, the floor is so good.
Dirty tactics.
And no one respects you because you're an idiot.
It's working exactly in my favour.
I'll play nasty.
But with only one winner, let the games begin.
Already given himself the nickname Kitten, his castmates were not charmed, so he ended up not winning the show. But something clicked for him on that island. He figured out that if you are loud enough, annoying enough, and topless enough, producers will keep ringing for your service. The next significant call came in 2015, when MTV put him on X on the Beach. This was a show that placed singles on a tropical beach holiday, while their exes arrived unexpectedly to cause chaos. It was, essentially, built for Bear's specific skill set. He arrived, immediately started flirting with multiple women simultaneously, and made himself the central personality of the drama.
Is there any questions you want to ask me?
Yes, like, who's been getting with who?
Who do you want to know first?
About you.
That's it, it's a girl called Charlotte. Nice girl, but it's not my type. Like, we've kissed.
Just kissed?
She sucked me off last night. No, but I can put it back. I'm sorry. That is what happened.
Yeah.
The moment that put him on the national map was when he went after the show's established alpha male and declared himself top dog.
Anybody tonight, who would it be, Gary or Bear?
It would be Bear.
Are you choosing Bear?
Yeah.
Gaz is used to being top dog, but in this villa, he's not. Because I'm the top dog, really. Bear and Olivia.
By forcing audiences to pick a side, he made himself relevant regardless of what happened next. He came back for Series 5, and then came the biggest stage of his career. In 2016, Stephen Bear entered Series 18 of Celebrity Big Brother on Channel 5. He entered as the bad boy from X on the Beach, only recognisable to the MTV crowd. However, he left as CBB winner. And what happened in between is one of the most telling case studies in British reality TV history. His housemates nominated him for eviction every single week. There was no week that was missed, but the British public voted to keep him in every time. Then they voted him to first place. That statistics is all the explanation you need for what he eventually became.
Is when you believe that you're going to win something, you always win. When you're so positive that you're going to win, you will win. Today I'm going to win a football match. You end up winning. So if I come in the mindset I'm going to win, I've just won. It's called positivity. It works. I promise you, it does. If you think I'm going to lose...
But before Bear's winning moment, there were two moments in the house that, looking back, showed us previews of his disturbing personality. The first happened with Lily. Bear had entered the celebrity Big Brother house while in a relationship with a woman named Lily Lexi Gregg from X on the Beach. She watched him flirt and humiliate her on national television for weeks. Eventually, Lily was brought on the show to confront Bear, and what she said to him in 2016 was almost word for word with what Georgia had to say 4 years later. It's like he was a whole different person to them.
I'm having to watch everything that's going on, and I'm watching a person that isn't the person that was my boyfriend. Sorry. You had me with you until the second that car came to collect you to take you into that house. You left me with your family. And you asked me to be there when you got home. And I was supporting you 100%. And the embarrassment and the humiliation I've had.
This is awful. This is awful.
I've never experienced anything so difficult in my life. And just so hard that you could do that to me and my family.
The second moment showed what kind of man Bear was when he was confronted by another man. Prior to this happening, he had spent days escalating things inside the house. He had an argument inside the house, during which he ended up throwing a mug and smashing a mirror. Bear was put in a diary room to let his rage out. Then this happened.
Open the door now!
Big Brother is working hard to get you out of the diary room as soon as possible. Bear, let go of the door, Bear.
Open the door! That's what I wanted, all right? I'm not being silly.
Have a seat.
I've got a seat.
Can you sit down, please, Bear?
Okay.
Sit down.
I calm down.
Sit down.
It's not a row here. It's fine. A bit of calmness.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'll know there's someone else there.
And I'll stand here. Stay in the seat.
He folded like a deck of cards in an instant. His entire performance collapsed the second authority he couldn't charm or sidestep walked into the room. People, of course, had a lot to say about his crumpling. This was one of the funniest TV moments ever. He's all tough until the big man appeared LMAO. Despite his antics, Bear was kept in the house and inevitably won the show.
Congratulations, Bear, you are the winner. Please leave the celebrity Big Brother house immediately.
Professional Bear, come on.
After CBB, he was cast in Celebs Go Dating, where he broke the show's rules by pursuing Charlotte Crosby outside the parameters of the format. He was removed immediately, and instead of being reprimanded, MTV gave him and Crosby their own show, Just Tattoo of Us.
Explain. This is our new show. It's called Just Tattoo of Us.
Which is, can I just say, brilliant name, love the lol.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Good. So it's about two people who will come into a tattoo studio, our tattoo studio, and design each other a tattoo, but they don't get to see it until it's completely finished.
The show only ran for 2 series before the duo called it quits. Sadly, me and Charlotte have split up. We have had a good run, but we wasn't right for each other. By 2019, he had gone international with MTV's The Challenge. This was a highly competitive US-produced format that drew its cast from reality TV shows globally. The established challenge community had no patience for his approach. He was eliminated repeatedly, but Bear seemed to think he was all that and more.
People keep getting in front of me. And I know in my heart I'm better than these people, and they keep getting in front and keep getting in front, and I feel like I'm constantly losing against these bums.
The Challenge is also where he met Georgia Harrison, and if you've been following the story, you already know how that went. Just when it seemed he'd had enough run-ins with the law to last a lifetime, Bear made a decision that raised a whole new set of eyebrows. Before any of this happened though, he spent some time behind bars.
Stephen Bear is earning £8 a week in a prison gym after being moved to a new jail. The disgraced reality star has been transferred to HMP Brixton in South London, where he is working as a gym orderly.
Bear served at the HMP Chelmsford prison before being transferred to HMP Brixton. He was released on licence on the 17th of January 2024. This was roughly 10 months into a 21-month sentence, which is standard UK early release procedure. I could hardly find anything about his time in prison, but what came immediately after generated quite a buzz. He resurfaced on social media from a modest East London flat, camera pointed directly at himself and opened with a disposition. But that's not what got people talking. The camera panned to his surroundings. There was black mould covering the wall behind him, but Bear didn't miss the opportunity to brag about his future prospects.
Nah, Luckily, I'm blessed with like such an amazing brain. I'm gonna make something happen. Get back on top again. Come out the ghetto and be the man. And then everyone who stuck by me through the thick of it, they're all getting treated tenfold. You know what I'm saying? This just makes me want it even more now. I want to be more successful. I want to be more...
At some point in late 2024 or very early 2025, Bear relocated to Brazil. He described the move in various ways depending on the day. In his more dramatic moments, he framed it like this.
I'm in Brazil. It's my 18-year-old Latina girlfriend. Say hello, baby. Hello. Stay tuned because this year I'm fully active. I'm off licence now. The police, they could still be after me, but I'm in Brazil. They can't catch me now. Catch me if you can. I need to enjoy my life now. All my conditions are just lifted. So now I can post on social media.
Being allowed to post on social media was now celebrated as a landmark personal milestone. That showed exactly how much his life had shrunk since his celebrity Big Brother days. Then came the news that gave the UK media a field day. In July 2025, Bear married his girlfriend, known publicly as Miami. Miami was 18 years old at the time of the wedding. Bear was 35. That's a whopping 17-year age gap, which means when Bear appeared on Shipwrecked in 2011, his now wife was just 4 years old. Global media coverage was predictably brutal. His comment section was a split of reactions. A few fans genuinely wished him well. Legend, congrats Bear. Several people couldn't believe the disgraced reality TV star's audacity. What a f***ing lowlife Stephen Bear is. Sentenced for revenge and now marries a barely legal teen. He's grim. Yuck. Then there were the set of people that were seriously concerned for Miami. Poor girl. She's about to endure a world of narcissistic pain and abuse. Oh my god, she's only 18. Come on, he's old enough to be her dad. But with Bear, it just kept coming. In early 2026, Bear and Miami announced a pregnancy.
Lives. Should I say it or do you want to say it?
I say.
Okay.
Guys, we have a baby!
Woo! We can confirm the baby is 3 months old. The doctor says it's fit and healthy. I've been wanting to tell you lot for a few weeks, but it has to be 3 months old before we announce the news. Yeah. I'm over the moon.
Bear has been in Brazil since the wedding and remains radically active on YouTube and Instagram. His channel Bearsy One ran music videos, daily vlogs with Miami, and a series he called Road to Justice. In the series, he maintains his innocence and claims that people involved in his case, including his ex-girlfriend, and the justice system have conspired against him unfairly. He uses the videos to argue for a retrial.
How you doing, everyone around the universe? So today, even though I haven't got the evidence from my solicitor yet to back up what I'm saying, everything that I'm saying you can find online, and today I'll be attaching videos and pictures with these claims because you know what? Today is the official day, day one of the Stephen Bear trial. Trial by social media. Let me know what you guys think. So I got accused in 2020 of a crime I didn't commit.
When his attempt at running a full persecution playbook wasn't working, he launched into releasing couple content with Miami.
My beautiful wife is awake. Miami, how are you today?
Very good. They waking up now. In Ronaldo.
Did you have a good sleep? What are you having for breakfast today?
I want bread with cheese and ham sandwich. One Yakult?
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Then he attempted to try his luck in stand-up comedy.
Hello and welcome to the Stephen Bear Comedy Show. Hey, nice to have you here. Absolutely packed audience today. And I love it.
At this point, Bear's comment sections, which he had not disabled, were running sharper commentary than anything a journalist had written about him. Well done, Stephen. About as funny as a leukemia diagnosis. Were you born like this, or did you have to suffer several concussions first? In mid-2026, Bear announced a boxing match in London on 25th July. Celebrity boxing had pulled other controversial figures back into public conversation before. Whether the image makeover will work for a convicted offender with a £207,900 civil judgment, and a pregnant teenage wife remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, Bear's not the only public figure whose antics led to a catastrophic fall from grace, as you'll see in my next story.